That scar on my face, that's from a night out when I got glassed. You'd think that would have been enough to stop me drinking, but it wasn't. I'm going to tell you quickly how it happened, and honestly, it gives me anxiety because I've never talked about this before. But I'll tell you fast, and then I want to show you how to spot your own warning signs in your life. That means alcohol has to go. Because maybe you're sat here watching this video thinking, do I have a problem? Well, by the end of this video, you will know. And if you do, don't worry, I'm going to give you a solution to fix it. Because I've been sober for 5 years now, but before that, I spent over a decade trying and failing to stop. I know exactly how hard it is, and I know a way out. I was on a night out with some mates, and I remember bumping into a girl that I worked with. I remember she was pretty hot, and I wanted to bang her for a long time. So we went off to this other bar, and I remember we were walking together, going to get a drink, and this lad just barged me. At the time, I thought it was an accident, but seconds later, I remember being thrown to the floor and realizing quickly that this wasn't an accident. And as I was getting to my knees, I just saw a glass bottle smashed on the side of my face. It was a pretty clean smash, and I remember thinking, I'm okay. But then the bouncers came over, quickly dragged everyone apart, and they just rushed me outside to get medical attention. I just remember the police talking to me, asking me who did it, and everyone was outside. It was a long time ago. But then this lad came over and started talking to me, and as soon as he spoke to me, you know when you just know, I could hear his Essex accent, and I was like, I told the police, I said, I think that's the guy. Sure enough, they went over, arrested him, checked the CCTV, and he went to prison for 3 years. And here's the mad part. Even with my face cut open, the chance that I could have lost the night, that still wasn't enough to stop me from drinking. I remember going straight to A&E with my mate, and we were just sitting there for like 6 hours, and he just kept passing me this little bag so I could go to the toilet and self-medicate. And when I eventually got stitched back up, it was straight back to the house party. That is how much addiction has control of you. And this is no exaggeration. I remember for the week after, I was just picking bits of glass out of my head. And that's the trick that alcohol plays on us. At first, we think we're gaining something. We think it's benefiting us. For me, it gave me confidence to speak to women, it helped me be social, and it helped me escape the stresses of my life. Maybe for you, it's something as small as that glass of wine after work just to take the edge off. Or maybe it's just a few drinks at the weekend just to relax and lower the stress. But those so-called benefits, they never last. The nights out turn into hangovers. The confidence turns into anxiety. The escape turns into regret. And what feels like a benefit in the moment quickly becomes a trap. Because let's be real, alcohol isn't actually giving us anything. It's ethanol. It's a poison. It's a drug that wrecks your sleep, plays with your emotions. And if you drink enough of it, eventually it will destroy your health and even kill you. But yet, we all convince ourselves that it's helping, but it's just an illusion. Now, maybe you're sitting there thinking, Ben, my warning signs aren't as extreme as yours. But trust me, keep watching because you'll find that they're still there. For some people, it starts like this. You're always underslept. You feel anxious, in a low mood, and because of that, it destroys your relationship with your wife or husband. But this doesn't seem like a big deal in the moment, but eventually, it can ruin your marriage. I've coached people that have been so hungover on a Monday that they've actually missed work, or at the very least, they've gone to work and they've underperformed. And I've also seen extreme cases where one client came to me and he had liver cirrhosis. The doctor told him, if you do not stop drinking wine, you will be dead in 2 years' time. But here's the thing. If your drinking doesn't feel that bad at the moment, think about this. Think how much potential that you are leaving on the table. Every day hungover is a day wasted where you could have spent earning more money, getting in better shape, but more importantly, getting closer to your dream life. And every time that you drink, it's not just the one day that you drink. It's the day that you drink, the day after that you're hungover, and the day after that you're still not 100%. That is almost half of your week gone. But it gets worse. If you zoom out 5 to 10 years, that is thousands of hours of progress left on the table. It's that relationship that you didn't maintain, that business that you didn't build, or your health that you let slip through your fingers. So whether your warning signs are small or extreme, the truth is alcohol isn't just hurting you, it's robbing you of who you could be. And that brings me to this. I heard a story that you're going to relate to. So there was this guy. He sold his company for $750 million. After that, he started drinking uncontrollably. So it's only natural that he hired someone to help him fix his problem. When he hired the coach discovered something very important. The very thing that had kept him grounded wasn't just owning his business, it was doing deals inside of his business. This gave him purpose to not drink and wake up in the morning looking forward to the day. So the coach suggested, why don't you go back to the company that you just sold? Ask the new owner if you can make deals and take a cut. So when he did, the new owner said, yeah, sure, why not? As soon as he did that, his drinking became back under control. Now you might be thinking to yourself, okay, Ben, I don't own a $750 million company, and that is completely fine. But the principles remain the same. You just need a purpose which is bigger than drinking. And that is exactly what I learned on my own journey. When I quit drinking, I wasn't in the best of positions. I was living paycheck to paycheck. And in all honesty, I didn't have much going for me. The simplest thing I could cling on to in the initial stages was building my body and fixing my mindset. After time, I found my purpose, and now here I am, living a life that I actually want, not one I'm just accepting. You don't need millions, you just need something that will light you up inside. Something that just makes alcohol irrelevant. And if you're telling yourself it's not that bad, I only drink a little bit. I hate to say it, but that's probably the addiction talking. I did the same, even with my face split open. I was lying to myself. That's the power that alcohol has in you. But here's the good news, you don't have to stay stuck. I've been sober for 5 years now, and I have built a life so good that alcohol doesn't fit. And that is exactly what I want to show you how to do. I have created a 7-day video sober course. It is now free for a limited time only. I'll teach you the exact steps to break the cycle and start to rebuild your life. Imagine building a life that you're actually proud of. Imagine how good that would feel. And all you have to do is click the link below, put your name and email address in, and you will get full access. And I always say, no craving, no problem. And I have a full video how to stop them here.